no, of course.
I had a dirt bike run from me yesterday.
Absolutely not. No.
For whatever, instead of just
I would never do that.
To talk to me, you know what I mean?
Absolutely not. That's
Where
retarded.
Where you coming from, brother?
Just Glenfinnan. I live just down there.
I got you.
Like a bit, maybe a couple of 100 yards, not more.
I got you. Raptor 700, man.
Yeah.
I hear you got it done up right.
Yeah.
It's an amazing machine.
Yep. I love this thing.
I got you.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm making contact with you, you know, obviously I know you said you just don't live too far up the road.
Just
you
literally.
Got all your gear on and all that.
Yeah.
And you're coming to an open field.
Mm-hmm.
I got no issue with it, other than the fact that you're riding on the roadway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you know when it's right in front of me, you know, and you just happen to pass by, because I know that there's no headlights, no blinkers. It's not an insured vehicle.
You're right. Yeah, it does have a tail light though, and some headlights and stuff like that. But
you know, there's no license plate. So really, the biggest issue is operating an uninsured vehicle on the roadway.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna write you no tickets today, man.
Thank you.
I'm not. Do you have an ID on you by chance?
No, I do not.
You okay with giving me your information?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I'll even give you my address, street and everything. Quick question. I have a trailer. I use it.
That's what I want.
That's the thing. I live right there. Like I use it to, you know, it's so hard for me to hook it up.
It's convenient when it's such a short distance.
And
the problem is when you have a machine like that on the roadway, with tires that aren't designed for the road. I'm sure you're a skilled rider and you look out and you do all the right things. You know, you come.
And I stay on the right. I don't really drive in the middle.
I got you. And again, I'm not really disputing. I don't really have a problem with anything about the riding itself.
Cool.
It's just the vehicle on the roadway.
Thank you.
Because
that's awesome.
In the event that you cause an accident or you have an accident, you damage property, and this vehicle's not insured, it creates a lot of problems.
Please take all my info. You can keep it for your records. I had a
teams on four-wheelers, all Whiskey Mike shooting a gun in the air. We're still getting further.
That's not good.
The subject on four-wheeler you're out with?
Negative. He's not going to be involved. Dispatch 109, you stated four-wheelers and Tillman Steen shooting guns? Because I'm right here in the area.
They're advising Camp Cox Circle off of Tillman Steen.
That's right here.
Wow.
Example. I'll be clearing up shortly with this subject here. I'll be right over there to check it out.
One four-wheeler right in the area, shooting a gun in the air.
Wow.
Your disposition from the other four-wheeler?
That's crazy.
It'll be a signal too. Is that Charlotte?
Yeah. Down. Oh no, sorry, it's Pineville. Pineville. Yeah, it's state line actually.
Yeah. All right, brother. Ride safe today.
Yeah,
man.
you too,
I
man.
appreciate you speaking with me.
Good luck, man, with whatever the gunshot crap is, man.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound really good.
It is actually right in this area, so be careful riding. Okay?
Yeah, I will. I know a lot of neighbors like do shoot in their backyards and stuff, so
and that is what it is.
I don't know, like
property, it's good, but if there's three people on one four-wheeler shooting one in the air,
that's not good. Yeah. Cool, man. Good luck, buddy. That road over there is so choppy. It might not look like it on the camera, but it's pretty damn choppy. Whew. Such a nice police officer, by the way. Guys, if you get pulled over by the police or anything for some reason, don't run. It just makes things worse. I have a lot of friends that are like, hey man, if a police officer stops you, split, run. I'm like, why? I'm not doing anything wrong. It's like, just stop, have a talk, and like you just saw, they'll appreciate it because you are not running from them. And they will let you go off with a warning. 90% of the time, they will let you go with a warning, other than the fact if you badmouth them or show like, or flex your ego with them. That's the only time they'll like try to mess with you. But 99% of the time, they will not do that. This is not my first encounter. It's just lucky that I had the GoPro on and I had it on tape. Most of the guys are really cool. They'll be fine with it. Unless you're doing something stupid like trespassing on your neighbor's lawn and shredding his plants or something, then definitely someone's gonna complain and they're gonna probably like, they won't even take the ATV away. They'll just probably hand you a ticket or a citation or something. So yeah, it's just good not to run. If I was to advise anyone that I care about, I would say don't run. Just stop, have a nice talk with them. They're people just like you and me doing their job, and they'll appreciate your honesty, and yeah, should be fine. But anyways, this thing is a beast. Man, it's honestly one of the best ATVs ever owned in my life. A lot of people are telling me the Honda TRX is incredible. I've never driven a TRX, to be honest with you, but I've driven a couple of other stuff, and as far as the ones I've driven, this by far tops it. I wish I could ride here with the stage 3 tip, the Trimax tip, because that thing does give a bit more power. Oh, and one thing I'm going to do is, a lot of guys talked me into it, so I thought the whole power was going to be, the whole exhaust added power was going to be just from the muffler section. But a lot of guys were like, hey man, why don't you just change the front tip as well, because it's just going to give you that tiny bit more power. And to be honest, on these things, because they're so light, any little bit of power, like if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 horsepower difference, you're going to feel it on this guy, especially if you're driving flat out most of the time. So yeah. Oh yeah, like you heard what the police officer said. Like sometimes when you gear up like this, people think that you're trying to show off and what. No, you're not. It's just the best way to protect yourself when you're on these machines. Like, I could be riding this in a t-shirt and jeans. It's much more comfortable in the heat, especially when you don't want to do too many crazy things. You just want to drive. You don't really need these boots and stuff like that. But if you get stopped by a police officer or something, they appreciate the fact that you're being safe. They don't just want to see somebody who's reckless. So it's not just for the image, but you actually do it for a purpose. And man, I feel bad because like you heard like 99% of the police officers will understand. It's just, God be with them, man. Honestly, like they have to go through so much shit. I don't know if you heard what the dispatch was telling him over the radio. There's like apparently a bunch of people riding around here on 4-wheelers shooting guns in the air. So like that's the shit that they have to deal with. So I don't want to add on top of that. Just be nice, slow down. Like and that's probably nothing. Those are probably little kids driving 4-wheelers, taking their dad's Glock or something, shooting around. That's not a threat. That's just people being stupid. But there's probably other stuff that is scary, man. We don't really see what they see. We don't really go through what they go through, especially the guys that are on the night shift. Like, honestly, like, I pray for those guys. Like, God be with them, and like, I hope they stay safe. And I mean, all I can say, guys, is really just don't run. If you get pulled over, pull over, have a nice conversation with them. I mean, I'm in North Carolina and South Carolina. The guys here, the police officers here are awesome. One of my favorite things to do with this guy is drift around, like when it's loose like this and it's not like wet or like hard packed clay. It's really fun because the tail is so happy. It's just sliding everywhere. I love it.